Excuse me while I almost poke my eye out. Oh god, that had black on it. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lindsay and I bring you content on all things clean beauty and skincare. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a get ready with me with this very natural glam type of look. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this makeup look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, let's get this party started. First off, before I start, I just use this sheet mask in my face. Feels freaking incredible, so I wanted to mention it. It's from 100% Pure. It's their wrinkle smooth sheet mask. I got these free in like a bundle. It was like with a $75 purchase. So this worked really well. I can't wait to try the other one I have as well. I will also link everything I used to prep my skin below because I did already do my skincare, so all that will be in the description. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this really great sheet mask. I've heard like really good things about 100% Pure's like under eye mask and their sheet mask, so this did not disappoint. I'm also just gonna throw on this Au Naturel. This is their lip oil in the shade Rose, just to let that sink in while we do the rest of my face. Prep my skin, I'm going to start off with this Lila Bee Aglow face mist. They did send this over for me to try. So I'm just going to use this under my makeup. I'm going to use it to set my makeup as well. The mister, first off, is incredible on this. I did just decide that I'm going to start doing something a little different in the description. On my giveaway video, a lot of you guys commented that you want to see more affordable products. So if I use something that's like luxury or expensive in my video, I will put something comparable in the description if I can find it. So like say I use this Lila Bee face mist, I will put the Lily Lolo face mist in the description as well because that one's only $18 and I really enjoy that one. So yeah, if you see anything that's like pretty expensive, I will try to put like a cheaper dupe in the description for you guys. So hopefully that'll help you out. Now to prep my skin, I'm actually going to use two primers today. We're going pretty fancy. I'm going to use the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I have a demo of this with the new concealer on my channel. I'm just going to rub this in. And then the other primer I'm going to use is one I really love from 100% Pure. This is their mattifying primer, which gives you a really smooth base. When it said mattifying, I thought it was going to be one of those like sticky primers that kind of like leaves your skin tacky but really matte. But it's more of just like a smoothing primer that also keeps you matte. It feels like it has silicone in it, but it doesn't, which like blows my mind every time I use it. But if you are used to using a silicone primer and need a clean option, I can't recommend this one enough. It is pricey, but totally worth it if you need a nice smooth base. So I'm gonna try doing something new today. Hopefully it works out well. This is a new product from Habit. They make nail polish and they just released makeup, which I'm so excited about. I'm not sure if by the time this video goes out they'll be available. I know they are available for pre-order right now, so if you are interested you can pre-order them. I don't know exactly when they come out. I'll put them in the description. So they came out with highlights and then also like cheek and lip colors. This is one of the highlights in Gatsby, which is more of like a really bronzy highlight, which obviously like wouldn't work as a highlight on my skin tone. So I'm going to use it as like just a glowy sort of bronzer base before my foundation. So let's just see how that goes. So I'm actually just gonna rub some onto my hand, and then from there I'm gonna take this Eco Tools sponge. This comes in a pack with the bigger sponge that they carry, and then I'm just gonna like put this where I would put my bronzer. This is like a nice glow under my makeup. Okay, I think this is working out pretty well. It blends. These are super creamy, so they blend into the skin nicely. Alright, I think that looks pretty nice, so let's move on to foundation. I'm going to use the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is like the only foundation I've been using lately. I don't know, just like, I feel like nothing else compares to it that I've tried. I really love it. It's more of like a medium coverage, but just the finish and how it wears, it's real good. I have the shade SF2, by the way. I will put that in the description as well. And I'm just going to use a Real Technique sponge to blend this out. I haven't even really decided if this is going to be like a chatty get ready with me or not. I might just say some random things throughout this video. But yeah, I'm not really sure when this video is going to go up. I have a couple other videos pre-filmed that need to go up before this. But This is going to be like more of a natural look just because I don't want to do anything too crazy because I'm going out to eat. But a lot of you guys commented saying that you wanted more fun looks, so definitely keep an eye out because I'll try to do more like really glam fun looks because I know those are fun to see, especially in clean beauty. There's not a ton of people who put out more dramatic, fun, colorful looks, and with spring coming ahead full force, I'll definitely put out some cool looks for you guys. I'm thinking maybe like a lavender type of eye would be cool. Okay, see, isn't that foundation so good? I love it. I just love it. I think it's a really, really good match for my skin tone as well. The tone of it is just so good. For concealer, I'm going to use the Pacifica Liquid Cover Full Coverage Concealer. Really love this, and it's a great affordable option. And I have the shade 20 NF. I think it's the lightest or maybe the second light. Excuse me while I almost poke my eye out. I think it's either the lightest or the second to lightest shade, as I was saying. I go pretty heavy on concealer. I don't know why. I just like to. It's in my glam veins. Alright, sorry if you guys didn't see me blend out my concealer. I had to switch my SD cards. And I had to blend it out before it dried. So, sorry about that. But, we're moving on. Rolling with it. Now that our foundation is on, I'm going to set my under eyes with the Well People Bio Brightener Invisible Powder. This is the What just came out of my mouth? This is the loose version. I have the pressed version as well. I'll go over why I use the loose one under my eyes and the pressed one on my face. And in just a second, let me grab a brush here. So the reason I use this loose one under my eyes, even though they're like the same product but one's pressed, is because the loose version has less like visible of a shimmer on it, at least from what I can tell. And the pressed version, I'm guessing because it's like the minerals are pressed, has more of an obvious sheen to it. And when I use that under my eyes, I feel like it's a lot more like visible, and you can see the lines under my eyes a lot like more obviously. So I love this for under the eyes because it's really smooth. And then the baked one I like all over my face because it gives more of a glow. So I do think there is a little bit of difference between the loose version and the pressed version, in my opinion. So now for the rest of my face, like I said, I'm going to use the pressed Bio Base Baked Brightener just on a fluffier brush here, and then just lightly set the rest of my face. So I am feeling like I want a little more coverage, so I'm going to go in with the Alima Pure. This is their pressed foundation. I have the shade Ginger. Here's what it looks like. I have the loose version as well, and I think I actually prefer the pressed formula. They're very similar, maybe even identical. No, I don't think so. They're pretty similar, but I like the pressed one. I feel like it's a little bit easier to get like a lighter layer of it. And I'm just going to use a smaller like dense brush, and I'm just going to put it on areas I feel like I need more coverage instead of just slapping it all over my face. I actually am going in and putting a light layer over my face just for a little boosted coverage. I usually do that with the Ilia foundation because I don't think one layer of that gives me quite enough coverage because I like more of a medium to full coverage. But this is like the perfect little thing to just add on top. Alright, I think that's looking decent. Let's move right along to bronzer, my favorite part. Yeah! For my bronzer, you probably guessed it, my true love, Han Cosmetics Malibu Bronzer. This is incredible if you have fair skin. Check out their other shades too if you have more of a medium to deep skin tone. But the tone of this, how it blends, I can't say enough good things about this freaking formula. I've repurchased it so many times and it's just amazing. I love using it with a loose fluffy like stippling brush. This one's from Eco Tools. I think it was like $3. There's hair all over it, but this is just perfect for a really nice light bronze. And I feel like the combination of this bronzer with the fluffy brush, like it just blends in like no other bronzer I've ever tried. Even with a dense brush like the Han Cosmetics bronzer, I don't know if it's like the rice powder in it, but it just like smooths over, like it never really sticks to one spot, so you can really just like layer it on and blend everywhere, and you won't get any sort of like harsh lines or anything like that, which is just incredible. Did I even tell you guys what kind of look we're gonna do today? Probably in the intro, but we're doing like more of a peachy coral type of spring vibes look. I really love warm tones, so I thought I'd do a fun little look like that. I have some new products here to try out, and also just some of like my old favorites. Basically all the face products are products I've used before. I'm actually gonna pop on another shade of bronzer. This is the Lila Bee Sun-Kissed Bronze Beauty Bronzer, just this little duo here. And this is much more warm tone than the Han Cosmetics one, so I like to layer these. I usually do like the Han one basically all over my face, and then this one more focused in on my cheeks, anywhere I want a little bit more warmth. With the same brush I like to use that one with. Okay, I think we have enough bronzer on. I'm actually going to go back in with the Alima Pure powder and just put some on that little blemish. I don't know if you could see, but the bronzer kind of like swiped away the coverage, so we're just going to go back and fix that bad boy up. Alright, I think our base is finally good to go. Now I'm going to be trying out a new shade of the Lila Bee Be Daring Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. I have used this in a couple of videos before, my full face of Lila Bee. Pretty sure it was in my 2018 beauty favorites. And this is a new shade they sent me, which like I love colors like these. I love more bright coral warm tones. So I'm going to put this on my cheeks. I'm going to be very careful because it's super bright. I'm going to use the Eco Tools little mini sponge again. I'm going to use this end of it. It is clean, it's just like stained, so don't worry. So basically how I like to use this is dab a little bit on, but then put it on the back of my hand first because they are super pigmented. So I kind of just like to shear it down, and then I could always go back and pick up more color. It's better to start off with less than just like go in with a ton and then going back from there, am I right? Alright, so now that I have a little bit, I'm going to do it a little bit on my apples. Alright, so I think I put a little bit too much on, so I'm just going to go back in with my powder foundation and just try to fix it. Okay, that definitely helped. It was funny because I was just talking about not using too much, and then I put on too much. Ironic, isn't it? For highlight, I'm going to use the Alima Pure Luna Highlight, which is a really gorgeous white gold type of vibe to go with our warm tone look here. Trying to find a highlight brush. I'm going to use this really fluffy Luxie 640 Pro Precision Tapered brush just for a nice, very, very light sort of glow. This is the perfect brush if you don't like too strong of a highlight because it kind of spreads the shimmer out over a wide area instead of just like really going in on one spot of your face. Now to set my whole face, I'm going to use the Lila Bee. Why do I always say Lila? Lila Bee Aglow Face Mist. Just going to shake this up. I'm going to be very generous because we used a ton of powder products, so I really want to set everything down and make it just look more natural. Like, I'm really going to soak my face in this. While this is setting down, I'm going to do my brows off camera just because they take a while. I feel like you guys seen them 10 times already. If you want a like full in-depth brow tutorial, definitely let me know. I think that would be great to do, but I will be right back with some brows on. Alright guys, my brows are on. I zoomed you guys in a little closer for the eye work. This Lila Bee mist helped a ton with the like powderiness on my face. Just really set everything down. I did go back in and put more powder on my nose because it did make it look like really glowy and I get pretty oily there. So I just set that back down, but like the rest of my face, so good. Okay, let's get started on our eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the Han Cosmetics Malibu Bronzer as a transition color in my crease. I like to use whatever bronzer I use in my crease. No matter like what look I'm doing, even if it's colorful, it's always good to have a nice transition color to blend all of your colors into. I'm also going to take this on my lower lash line. Same bronzer here. Oh my god, that had black on it. You ever do that? You have like black on your brush and then... Let's get started on our actual eyeshadow color. I'm actually going to use the Alima Pure Satin Matte Blush in Apricot because this is like a matte apricot shade, as it suggests. And I like to use this in my crease because I don't have any like really more orange matte eyeshadows, if that makes sense. I have some more like burnt orange shades, but not really like a more vibrant orange like this blush is. So I'm just going to use this on a really fluffy brush. This is just going to be another transition shade, not being too precise with it or anything, kind of just blending away. Next up, I'm going in with the Cloven Hollow Sunset palette or Sunrise palette. One of those two things, I forgot the name of it. But I'm going in with this middle burnt orange warm tone that is matte. I'm going to take a little bit more of a precise brush, and I'm going to focus this more in my crease. I'm also just taking the same shade closer to my lash line to create more of a gradient down there. Alright, next up, to deepen it up, I have this new Honest Beauty palette to try out. This is their Get It Together eyeshadow palette, which has more of some like purpley tones, but there's also this nice matte brown I'm going to try out, and I'm going to try to define my crease with it. Let me find a brush here. I'm just using, this is a Lila B brush. I don't know the name of it, but I'll link it below if I can find it. And then I'm just taking a little bit of that color, and I'm going to define sort of the outer V of my eye, but also I'm not really cutting my crease, but I'm just doing a more defined crease line here. And then I'm going in with a blending brush to blend it into the other shades I laid down. My trick with eyeshadow is literally just like build and blend until you get like the darkness, the shape you want, because if you go in with like a really dark color right away, it's not going to look good. You have to do a lot of layers and really build it up to make a look that's really seamless and cohesive. So that is really my tip with getting a smooth blend with eyeshadow. This color looks a lot darker in the pan, but it kind of blends out to be pretty light that I'm noticing. It's not quite as deep as I want, so I'm going to go in with the Cloven Hollow Matte Dark Brown in the same Sunset palette, I want to say. I don't know why I can't remember. There's like nothing on the back of it, so. And then I'm just going to use sort of an angled, more of an angled type of blending brush to really get it close to that crease line and outer V. And once I lay down the color, go back in with a blending brush, the same one I've been using. This is from MOTD. Most of the eye brushes I use are from them. They're a really nice vegan brush company. Since my face is so luminous, I'm not going to put any sort of shimmer on my lid. I usually do all matte looks anyway. I will of course do more like shimmer based looks on my channel very soon. Just for this, I'm going to keep it matte. So I'm kind of just going to carve out my lid using this Well People brush. I forget the name of this. It's just a flat shader. And then I'm going to use the Honest Beauty palette. I'm going to use this matte, very light cream shade, which is perfect for brow bone and lid highlighting. I'm actually going to start on my brow bone. So I feel like I still want this to be more peachy, and it's more of like just a brown tone. So I'm going to use a ColourPop eyeshadow. I do still own ColourPop shadows. They're vegan, cruelty-free. They don't have horrendous ingredients in them, just because I don't have any like really more unique clean eyeshadows yet, because most of the ones that I've found that are like more of these shades are pretty expensive, and I just haven't found a palette yet or anything that I like want to splurge on. So I do still use these occasionally. So I'm going to use this peachy color. I really have no idea what the name of this is. I will try to find it and put it in the description for you guys. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab a brush. I feel like I said that a million bajillion times. Yeah, you could tell it just adds like a nice, more of a pinkish tone to it and less of a brown. Back to that matte shade from the Honest Beauty palette. I'm going to really highlight my lid here. For my inner corners, I really love the MOTD Masterpiece crease. I guess this is meant to really define your crease, but it's the perfect round shape for the inner corners as well. I think I actually am going to take a shimmer. I'm going to take the Cloven Hollow, the lightest one right here. It's basically a white with a nice, more of a golden sheen to it. Put that on my inner corners and maybe a little bit on my brow bone. If I don't do any shimmer on the lid, I do still like to do a little bit on the inner corner because it just really draws attention. to the eyes and opens them up as well. I think our eye looks really coming together. For my eyeliner, I'm going to do a little bit of a smoky brown wing. You could do a smoky black wing if you prefer that. I usually like brown on my eyes though. So let's see, what am I going to use for that? Sometimes I do just shadow wing, like during the week. I'll just use a brown shadow as a wing, but if I want something a little bit more dramatic, I'll go in with a liquid brown liner and then smudge it out with a brown eyeshadow. So the only brown eyeliner I have now is this Physician Formulas one. If you're looking for a good black liquid liner, the Pacifica one, I don't know what this is called. This one's amazing though. It's replaced my old Physicians Formula black one, but I still haven't found, I don't know if they carry this in brown. But if you're looking for a black liner, that's it right there in my hand. Amazing, super thin. You can get a really sharp wing. I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula one I have here, and then I'm just gonna do a little wing. If I do do a liquid liner and I'm gonna smoke it out, I keep it pretty thin so when I go in with the eyeshadow it's not too thick. So this is just like a nice thin wing. So now I'm going to take the same Honest Beauty palette I've been using in this really dark chocolate brown to smoke out the liner. I went ahead and finished up my eyes. Everything I used will be linked in the description below. So if you're curious about anything, just check the description. It'll be there, I swear. Moving on to our lips, I'm going to use the Red Apple lipstick. This is the natural, gluten-free, waterproof lip formula. Natural is the shade, by the way. It does need to be sharpened, so 1 second. Alright, lips are lined. I'm going back in with the Lila B. Did I say it right? Lila? Yeah. Lila B, Be Daring Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. And then I'm going to use the Lila B Lip and Cheek. Nope. Lip and eye brush maybe. It's just this super tiny, precise lip brush. I'm not going to do this like fully opaque on my lips. I'm just going to do a light color. And then sort of dab it in. To finish off the lips, I'm going to go in with the Modern Minerals lip gloss. This is the shade Citrine. I got this on sale on Petit Vour. If it's still on sale, I'll put it below. It's just a really like minty, light, like peachy shimmer gloss. I really love it. It's not too sticky. It just gives a really nice wash of shimmer. Alright guys, I think our look is done. I know this is a very natural look. Bear with me. I will be putting out more dramatic looks in the future. So keep an eye out for that. Let me know any types of like looks you want to see. If you want the smoky eye, what kind of colors, you want some purple, you want some green. Let me know whatever you want to see. I will of course keep it in mind when making videos. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my hair, and we will be back for the outro. Alright guys, here is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a like, comment below any suggestions for new makeup videos you want to see. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're curious about any of the products I use, everything will be in the description below with any sort of discounts I find. All the good info is in the description, so just check there for anything that I used on my face here. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.